Okay, so this is the additional radiator fan. That's the original. Okay, there the mounting. I had to change the motor. There's a new Denso fan motor in there. This is the additional one, the second one that I put on. So up until this point, all this was empty for some reason. On the first generation, I only had a single side rad. So as you can see, I've had to kind of doctor it a little bit. This is off a 2008 to 2014 Hayabusa, so it's the new fan, but it's in good working order. I managed to get it for £20 off eBay. I've tested it, works fine. So there were two connections, as you can probably see off here, a little connector plug, and I've had to put from this point forward an extension. All this is an extension, okay, all the way up to here. Alright, so here what I did was I fed it into the feed for this fan, because this is working off the cooling fan switch, yeah, and that feeds into that connection there. But what I did was, rather than having an independent power supply for this, I want both of these fans to come on when that switch trips, okay, and at the moment they both work fine directly off the live battery. So you plug that into the battery and both of the fans turn, and they suck through. One of the things that I wasn't clear on, which way the fans are supposed to be connected and which way they turn, so I had to do a little bit of research on that. But essentially with these, both of these, actually this one's a little bit stronger, even though it's smaller, but it's a little bit stronger. When you put your hand at the front of the radiator, you can feel the air being sucked in, which is what you need, sucked in and pulled through here and exhausted out of the fan to keep the radiator nice and cool. So that's it. I mean, it all works fine. All the electrics are done, everything's working fine. All the connections are tight and secure. You know, you can see there's a little bit there that I just had to cut, drill. If I had the proper tools and machinery, I'd be able to make that nice. Not necessarily screwed that in, but weld it, and you know, but I haven't got the time or the patience to do it. So I've just used that for the connector, that mounting bracket for this side, a little bit of an extension for that side, and up here I've just used the loop, and I've used a piece of steel wire, wrapped it around the top and supported it with a cable tie, just in case that it gets too hot for the cable tie and it snaps. We've got the steel wire supporting it around the top mounting bracket, so that'll be fitted in nicely. So it's just a case of seeing how it works now, and putting it back in, filling it up, bleeding it, and letting it run up to temperature, and hopefully watching both the fans come on and maintaining that temperature at a constant. So let's see what happens. So this is a Hayabusa. Mine's a 2004 Stealth, and the Gen 1, notorious for overheating. I took it to London earlier on in the week and it was fine all the way there, but as soon as I hit some traffic, the temperature gauge just skyrocketed. So I've put the second fan in, and let's see what happens. Right,